So it'll be a basic flow. We'll incorporate breath, movement, and the goal here is to really just feel that breath moving in and out of your body, get a little bit of movement in, stretch out, especially after a hard workout. This would be an awesome way to recover and just kind of cool down. So we are going to start right away in a tabletop position. So bring your hands and your wrists under your shoulders, and then your knees right under your hips, feet go straight back. Starting here, before we move at all, just push, bringing some weight into your palms, push into the ground, and then push actively into the tops of your feet, and see how your core automatically fires up. That's that engagement you want to find throughout this entire 15-minute practice. So once you find that core engagement, take a breath to relax. Then inhale, drop your belly all the way down. See the ceiling, finding a cow pose here. And exhale, push through your palms. Rounding out your back, pushing your spine up towards that ceiling as high as you can. Then one more here, inhale, drop your belly towards the mat. See the ceiling. And exhale, round it out, cat pose here. Good, then inhale back to your neutral spine. So we're gonna warm up our spine a little bit more before we move. So bring your left hand over to your right hand, take one breath in to prepare. Exhale, you sink your hips back to your heels, opening up your left side body here. A little bit of a child's pose variation. Then inhale, come back up through center. Walk your hands over to the left this time. Take a breath in. And exhale, sink your hips back to your heels, opening up that right side body here. Good, then inhale, come back to your tabletop position. From here, walk your hands a little bit forward, tuck your toes under. Take one breath in to prepare. And exhale, you push your hips high, finding your downward facing dog here. Just taking whatever organic movement feels good. So you can pedal out your feet right to left. You can shift yourself forward to your plank, back to your down dog, maybe lift a leg. Taking just a second to settle in. Then find some stillness in your downward facing dog. And with every inhale, think about lifting your heels up a little bit. And with your exhales, you sink your heels closer to the mat and your chest closer to your thighs. So you're really opening up your shoulders here. Good, one more breath here. So inhale, you come up to your toes. Then exhale, your heels sink closer to that mat. Good, then this time inhale, look up to your hands. And exhale, step your feet up just behind your hands, traveling all the way to the top of your mat. Finding a ragdoll pose here. So you can grab opposite elbows with your hands. Release your knee joints, so make sure your legs are a little bit bent. And just sway side to side here, releasing your neck, your back towards the mat. Totally relaxing. Then switch your grip, staying here for one more breath. Good, then release your fingertips towards the mat. Slowly push through your feet and roll yourself up one vertebrae at a time until you reach that standing position. Good, then from here we'll move on. So inhale, you find a mountain pose. Your hands come all the way up overhead. Exhale, you forward fold, coming through center, hands to the mat. Then inhale, bring your hands to your shins, find a halfway lift. So your back is flat, your core is tight. Then exhale, you fold forward over your legs. Good, doing that one more time. Inhale, push through your heels all the way up, mountain pose. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale, you reach fingertips overhead. Exhale, forward fold all the way onto the mat. This time, inhale finds halfway lift. Exhale, plant your hands on the mat, step it back, one foot at a time to your high plank. Option here, anytime you pass through plank, you can drop to your knees. Otherwise, on your inhale, you shift your weight forward so that your shoulders are over your wrists now. And then exhale, bringing your elbows, bending your elbows, keeping them in towards your rib cage. Come down halfway, flip your toes. Then inhale brings you through upward facing dog. And exhale through downward facing dog. We'll do that one more time. That's your chaturanga flow. Option, you guys can always drop to your knees for any part of that. So inhale, roll yourself forward to your high plank. Then exhale, you bend at your elbows, coming down halfway, core is tight. Flip your toes, inhale through upward facing dog. And exhale through downward facing dog. We'll move on this time. So inhale, see your hands. Then exhale again, travel to the top of your mat. Inhale finds halfway lift. Exhale, you fold all the way down. This time, inhale, mountain pose, hands come overhead. And on your exhale, sink your hips back, finding that chair pose here. We're gonna take a couple of twists from your chair pose. So you're still working your legs a little bit, keep your core tight. On your exhale, I want you to open to the right, so your right arm sweeps back, your left fingertips are forward, and then you twist from your chest, opening to the right. Then inhale, both fingertips come back through center. Exhale, you open and twist to the left. Good, shining your chest. One more time each side, inhale through center. Exhale, open and twist to the right. Inhale back through center, last time here. Exhale, twist to the left. Good, then inhale back to your chair pose. Exhale, you straighten your legs forward, fold all the way down. Inhale finds halfway lift. And exhale, plant your hands, step it back, high plank, taking our flow here. So inhale, shift forward. Exhale, bending halfway down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, finds downward facing dog. Then this time from your down dog, on your inhale, reach your right toes as high as you can towards that ceiling. On your exhale, draw your knee to your nose. So shifting forward into your high plank. Then inhale, your right toes reach high. Exhale, you step all the way through to your low lunge. From your low lunge, pushing strong through both feet. Inhale, you come all the way up to your crescent lunge here. Option always, you can drop to that back knee if that feels better. Otherwise, challenging your legs a little bit more, you lift that back knee. Think about actively pushing that right knee towards the right wall. So you're opening up your hips here, engaging your outer hips, then sinking lower into that front knee and driving through that back heel so that your glutes are engaged too. One breath in here. Good, on your exhale, open it up to your warrior two here. So your back foot comes flat at an angle. You drop your back heel, staying low in your front leg, reaching out through both fingertips. Warrior two, sinking a little bit lower in that front leg. Taking one breath here. Exhale, you deepen this posture. This time on your inhale, reach your front fingertips all the way towards that front wall as far as you can. Then exhale, you tick-tock your arms. One goes down, left arm reaches high. Again, you're opening up your chest and your shoulders, side angle pose. Taking one breath here. Good, exhale, you hold this posture, really feeling that stretch from fingertip to fingertip here. Then inhale, reverse your warrior, so you keep that front leg bent. You reach that right fingertip all the way towards the back wall. And on your exhale, you bring your hands all the way down to the mat. Step that right foot back to your high plank. Then you take your chaturanga flow here, shifting forward. Exhale, your elbows squeeze in. Inhale through upward facing dog. And exhale, your hips go back. Downward facing dog, and we'll do that on the other side. So inhale, your left toes reach high. Exhale, bring that left knee to your nose, engaging your core just for a breath. Inhale, your left toes reach. Exhale, step that left foot through to a low lunge. Then again, pushing strong through both feet. Inhale, your fingertips come up to your crescent lunge. Option, you can drop to that back knee. Otherwise, you charge through that right heel this time. Good, you guys will stay here. I'm going to switch so that I'm warrior two-ing to you. Good, so you sit a little bit lower here in your legs. One breath in, your shoulders relax away from your ears. High lunge. Then on your exhale, you drop your back heel, open it up to your warrior two, staying low in your front leg, reaching evenly through both fingertips. One breath here in your warrior two. On your exhale, sink lower into that front leg. Good. Inhale, reach front fingertips as far forward as you can. Exhale, tick-tock your arms. Right arm reaches high this time, opening up your chest and your shoulders here, reaching through both fingertips. Then inhale, reverse your warrior, all the way to that back wall, opening up your side body. Exhale, your hands come all the way down to the mat, stepping it back to your high plank, taking your chaturanga flow here, whatever feels good for you. Option, take your knees, pushing back to your downward facing dog. Good, this time we're gonna do that again, but we're gonna get a little bit deeper into each posture, opening up our hips a little more. So inhale, your right toe reaches high. Exhale, bring your knee to your nose again, drawing it all the way in. Inhale, right toes reach. Exhale, step through to your low lunge. This time, you guys drop your back knee wherever you are. Your left hand comes to the mat. Inhale, you open up your chest to the right towards that front knee. Right fingertips reach for the sky. Staying here for one breath. So inhale, reach through your fingertips. Good, and exhale, deepen, sinking a little bit lower into that front hip. Good, then your right fingertips come back down to the mat. This time, just holding your runner's lunge for one breath here. So you can come down to your forearms if that feels good in your range of motion. You can stay right here. Just really feeling that stretch in your hips here. Taking one more breath. Good, you guys, then inhale. You walk your right foot in between both hands. This time, tuck your back toes, taking our flow that we did last time. Inhale, you rise up to your crescent lunge, pushing through both feet, fingertips high. Again, I'm gonna switch. Good, sinking in here. Then exhale, open up to your warrior two. Good, inhale, fingertips reach all the way forward. Exhale, you tuck your arms. Left arm reaches for the ceiling this time. Seeing if you can open up a little bit deeper this time. Shining your chest. Then inhale, reverse your warrior, fingertips to the back walls. Exhale, hands come all the way down to the mat, taking your high plank and shifting forward, moving through your chaturanga flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We'll do that on the left now. So inhale, your left toes reach. Exhale, knee to your nose. Inhale, left toes high. Exhale, step through to your low lunge. Again, we're gonna drop our back knee here and bring that left foot a little bit farther forward so you deepen the stretch in your hips. Then your right arm comes down to the mat. Inhale, you shine your chest, twisting to the left this time towards your front knee, opening up your chest and stretching your shoulders here. And then with your exhale, see if you can deepen that stretch in your hips, coming a little bit lower. Good, one more breath here. Then exhale, your left hand comes down, just taking a wide-legged runner's lunge here. So again, you can drop to your forearms if that feels good to deepen that stretch in your hips. Otherwise, you're welcome to stay right here. Just taking one breath in your runner's lunge. As you guys do that, good, then walk your left foot, this time to the middle of both hands. Tuck your back toes. Push strong through both feet. Inhale, you rise up to your crescent lunge here. Exhale, drop your back heel, open up to your warrior two. Still pushing that front knee towards that wall behind you, opening up your hips. Inhale, reach fingertips forward. Exhale, tick-tock your arms, side angle. Inhale, reverse your warrior, reaching for the back wall. Then exhale, cartwheel your hands all the way down to the mat. Step back, taking your flow here. We'll move through the right and the left one more time. This time we're gonna switch it up. So inhale, your right toes reach high. This time, you guys, exhale, you bring that right knee to your right elbow and then drop your shin, draping it across the front of your mat here. You wanna bring your shin as far forward as you can to really feel that stretch in your glutes and your hips on the right side. Then you settle in here, making sure that left leg is straight out behind you. Shine your chest forward on your inhale to prepare. Then on your exhale, you find that forward fold here in your pigeon pose. So with every breath out, focus on pushing that right hip a little bit closer to the mat, really opening up that right side. Feeling that nice stretch in the back of your leg. Taking 1 or 2 breaths here in your pigeon pose. Folding over a little bit deeper with every breath. Good, then as you are ready, if you would like more time, you can always pause the video. Walk your hands back to your hips, then tuck your back toes. On your breath in, lift your front knee. Exhale, you bring your right toes right up to the ceiling, 3-legged dog. Then you bring your right foot down, resetting in your downward facing dog. Then other side, inhale, your left toes reach for the ceiling. Exhale, you bring that left knee to your left elbow, then shin comes as far forward as you can get it, draping it across the front of your mat. This time your right leg is long. Walking your hands back to your hips. Inhale, shine your chest. Exhale, finding that forward fold. Pigeon pose. This time think about pushing your left hip down closer to the mat with every exhale, deepening that stretch in your glutes, in the back of that left leg. Taking 1 or 2 breaths here. Folding deeper with every breath out. Really good. Then when you are ready, walking your hands back to your hips, tucking your back toes, inhale here, lifting that front knee this time. Exhale, you find your 3-legged dog. Good, then your left foot returns to the mat. This time, inhale, see your hands. On your exhale, you step both feet all the way up, coming down to a seated position here. We'll take a few postures from a seated position. So your legs come out long. This time, inhale, your arms come overhead. On your exhale, find a forward fold, grabbing the bottoms of your feet. If your knees are bent, that's totally fine. I want you guys to focus on pulling your head forward with every inhale, and with your exhales, you start straightening your knees a little bit more, but feeling a stretch in your hamstrings, the backs of your legs, and in your low back as you pull yourself forward a little bit more. So grab the bottoms of your feet, and then see if you can deepen this posture with every breath, holding here for a little bit longer. Good, and as you are ready, slowly release, hands away from your feet, bring yourself back up to a seat. This time, inhale, your left leg comes up and over your right leg, then right arm reaches high, left hand comes back. Exhale, you bring your right elbow outside of your knee and twist, opening up your chest to the left this time. Stretching out your spine here, so with every exhale, see if you can push your elbow and your knee together, deepening that twist. Maybe you see the back wall behind you. Good, then switch, coming back through middle, releasing that right hand down. Left leg long, right leg comes across. Inhale, your left leg reaches, or left arm reaches. And then on your exhale, you twist, bringing that left elbow outside of your knee. And then with every exhale, you deepen that spinal twist. Maybe you see that back wall behind you. Good, then inhale, brings you back through center. Again, both legs long. One more stretch in the seated posture. This one should get the outside of your legs, kind of working that IT band. A lot of us are really tight there. So, first, bending your right knee, bring your left hand outside of the bottom of your right foot. You start with your knee bent, opening up to the right, your right fingertips reach back. With every exhale, see if you can kick your foot into your hand, really finding that stretch here, kind of into the back of your leg, flexing that left foot, seeing if you can keep your upper body sitting up nice and tall here, opening up your chest, and then straightening your knee a little bit more with every breath out. Good, and as you release this, find a little bend in that right knee so that you can come out of it easy. And then switch, bending your left leg here. Right hand reaches for the outside of your left foot, twisting open left fingertips reach. With every exhale, you kick your left hand into your left foot into your right hand, straightening your knee and feeling that stretch on the outside of your left leg. Good, one breath here. And release, finding a little bend in that knee. All right, from here, you guys, take a breath in, reach your fingertips forward, sit up nice and tall. On your exhale, you roll yourself all the way down to your mat, laying on your back here. Couple of things from this position. We're slowly bringing it down closer to the ground. So inhale, bring your right knee into your chest, give it a big squeeze. Think about drawing your right knee towards that right armpit. Then on your exhale, draw your right knee across your body. Your right arm goes long, finding that spinal twist here. Your gaze falls to the right and your leg falls to the left. Good, then coming back through center, giving your right knee one more squeeze, then switch it out. Inhale, your left knee comes into your chest. Exhale, you bring that left knee to the right across your body. Left arm goes long and your gaze falls to the left, finding that spinal twist all the way from the base of your spine to the top of your neck. Good, and then exhale, release, giving that left leg one more squeeze, bringing it into your chest. Then both legs go long. This time, inhale, bend both knees. Favorite pose here. Reach for the inside arches of your feet, finding a happy baby pose here. So think about grabbing the bottoms of your feet, but pushing your low back into the mat so that you're really seeing if you can get your whole spine against that mat. And then option here, once you find that, you can straighten your legs if you want. What I like to do is just kind of rock and roll side to side, massaging out your back here, letting everything release towards the mat, starting to find a little bit more relaxation. Good, then release this time, bringing your legs straight up the wall, finding one last bit of core engagement here, flexing your feet, feeling a little stretch in the backs of your hamstrings, the backs of your legs, which are called your hamstrings, and then push your low back into the mat, release your arms long over your head, finding a legs up the wall pose, staying here for a breath. An option, if this feels good and you want it to be more passive, you can also take this against an actual wall so that your legs have something to go up against. And this is really good just kind of for your circulation, for your heart, for your blood flow. This is an awesome posture to help you relax and wind down and move some blood from your feet all the way to your head. Then on your exhale, hug your knees into your chest. Give them one big squeeze, wrapping your arms around your shins. And then on your inhale, bring your forehead all the way into your knees, coming into a tight little ball. And on your exhale, everything releases long. And you see if you can just find some relaxation here for as long as feels right. So you guys can hold, this is called your Shavasana. You can hold your Shavasana, staying here for as long as you would like, just seeing if you can find total relaxation, letting everything kind of melt into the mat underneath you. You can pause the video if you would like to stay for a couple of minutes. Otherwise, as you are ready here, you can bring your right arm overhead, slowly roll yourself over to the right, using your bicep as a pillow, finding a fetal position. This is a position of kind of a fresh start and a chance to just start over is what this resembles. So taking one breath here, then pushing yourself all the way up to a seated position. I like to finish my yoga practice in a comfortable seat, bringing your hands to your heart. Taking 2 breaths here before we finish. Inhale, think about filling up completely, feeling that breath move all the way through your lungs to the base of your belly. Feel your ribcage really expand out towards the side walls, filling up as deeply as you can. Then open your mouth, exhale, let that all go, releasing anything that does not serve you. One more just like that. Inhale, fill up completely, feeling that breath move all the way through you. And exhale, open your mouth, let that all go. Good, then from here, bring your hands to third eye center. Last breath. And exhale, bow forward. Namaste. Thank you guys.